All right, Jeff, let's talk a little bit about this quad. It is a Martian X215 frame. We've got the Runcam Eagle sitting in there. This is connected to, let's pick it up here. So we've got the Runcam Eagle going on right there. It's connected to the AIO all-in-one F4 board. Underneath that is a Racer Star 20 amp 4-in-1, and on the back is where things start getting fun. So for your video, right there, that is the TBS Team Black Sheep Unify. It's the Racer, so 25 to 200 milliwatts. But what's cool on that is you can run the TBS Smart Audio over it and do all your configuration in the screen. So you can do the configuration in the goggles, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then on the receiver side, you are now flying crossfire. So that's crossfire nano, and it's kind of wired out, and then the antennas pop up here, kind of 90-degree angle, so range on that should be pretty good. Flying the Hoot-R, and then Racer Star, I want to say these are 2205s, somewhere in there. Yep, BR 2205. And then instead of just using kind of standard cable jumps, what I did is hooked up this race wire. It's from PyroDrone, and it's LEDs. So when you're running, the fronts are going to turn on green and the rears are going to turn on purple. And their brightness depends on how much current you're sending through to the motors. So as you go, they get brighter. So it's all pretty cool. And then we've got a capacitor hooked up to your battery lead here. So this is one of those waffle capacitor heads connected right in, so that should kind of prevent any brownouts and keep spikes from occurring and kind of level all the power coming out. So all in all, it is a very fun build, bro. I think you're going to enjoy this one a lot. Right now I've got the battery strap bottom mounted, but you can top mount it either way you want to go. I just kind of liked it underneath, so have at it. And then we did install a buzzer on there, so in addition to everything you see on the OSD, you got a buzzer on there, so if your battery starts getting low or getting critical, it'll start yelling at you. But it is a sweet looking build. We got the Cyclone props on there. I had a chance to take it up in the air a little bit, and it is a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoy it. And hopefully this gets you back up in the air and less worried about your wizard, and you can have a good time with it. Oh, and I'll be including some extra parts too. So they have a couple extra motors, an extra frame, and some things just in case, you wind up, breaking stuff. All right, bro. Love you. Hope you enjoy it. Later. Merry Christmas.
Whatever.
All right, Jeffrey. What we have here is your quad able to be flown from Dave's transmitter if you put your Crossfire Micro in the back. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate kind of what's configured on here for your particular quad. So where you're going to find that is,
Welcome to OpenTX.
Let's turn it on here. On here there is a CRSF, that's short for Crossfire setting. There's a model setting in this Tyrannus for that. And what I'll do is kind of plug in this quad, and we'll just kind of leave it on the bench here for a second and hopefully not chop my fingers off because I've still got the propellers on there. So let's set this guy all the way in the back, and then let's tune my monitor into the proper channel. There we go, sitting on Fat Shark 4. Alright, so this is your video display. Hopefully you can see that. So we've got voltage, we've got amperage, we've got flight time, we've got warning status, and then kind of the pilot name in the bottom there. And in the upper right corner is the, well, it's not RSSI, it's link quality from the Crossfire. So that's listed in there. So we'll put that to the side for a bit. All right, so same setup as Dave's quad, in that this is set to go sticky arming switch. Modes are based off this switch, so we've got top is angle mode, middle is acro trainer mode, bottom is full acro mode. I don't have voice set on here for this particular model, but you can look at the other model if you want to do that. And then beeping is on the middle switch here, right? So that's alarm, just beep. And then bottom is if you want to do flip over after crash. So we'll keep those all the way up. And then arming, sticky switch right here, so you have to have the throttle all the way down. You have to move this switch towards you, and then this switch you have to hold it in position for 0.6 seconds, and then it'll arm it, and as you can see that is now spinning, and then we'll disarm it so I don't chop my fingers off. There we go. So that is cool in itself, but the thing that I wanted to really show you here is what goes on with the OSD. And I should have brought the lens cap with me. Let's see if this can help. Let's see, better to have something darker. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, screw it, we'll just put it on here. All right, so end of the flight, you kind of get the end of the flight readouts. You get something that looks like that. No biggie, but if you're kind of in a stable state, if you're just sitting on the ground like this, and your props aren't spinning and nothing's armed, you can configure, and basically you can configure it from the Tyrannus. So what you want to do is move the throttle midway up and to the left, and then push this stick up. And what happened at that point, and let me cover this up a little bit because it might be hard to see, is you are now in a configuration mode where you can configure all kinds of profile and features from the stick. So as I move this stick around, it moves that little cursor up and down on the screen. So if you wanted to go into the features and change what your VTX is doing, you could go into VTx SA, which is VTx Smart Audio, and push it to the right, and then now you can change channel, band, frequency, power, and you can set things, configure things all from here. So right now we are sitting on Fat Shark 4, which is 5800 gigahertz, or 5.8 gigahertz, and then at output power of 200 milliwatts. So let's go turn the output power down a little bit. So we turned it down to 25, and if I go to set, it just set that, confirm yes, yes, you heard it beep, and now it's good, right? So you can go here and then back, and if you want to configure other things, let's see, let's go back again. Back, under profiles, you can get under profiles, you can adjust your PIDs, you can adjust your rates, you can adjust all kinds of things through here. So, you know, you don't have to look at it just on the screen. I'm using this for the bench. This would show up in your goggles, right? So let me go back and then save and exit. You can save, exit, save and reboot. If I hit save and reboot, it'll actually reboot the quad, right? So that's pretty slick. And I don't know if we'll be able to kind of show the LEDs here. Let's try this and see if I can do it without chopping my fingers off. I don't know how this is going to show up on the monitor, but let's get that guy set here. I'm going to hold my fingers here so they don't chop my fingers off. Down, arm. Alright, so we are spinning props, and hopefully, put my hand here so we don't take off, you can see that those LEDs are there, and then if you give it a little gas, it blows stuff off the table, but the LEDs get brighter. So I'm going to turn this off now because this feels kind of dangerous, and we'll go from there. Alright bro, well I hope you like it. It flies really nice. I of course had to test it, so I'll put up a little bit of that test footage in a little bit, but bro, I hope you enjoy it. This should get you in the air and should get you a step above the Wizard and start you into new territory using Crossfire. Alright, love you bro, later.